There's no way to make a list of top entrepreneurs today without mentioning the likes of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. These two entrepreneurs are often looked up to as role models in the business space because of their phenomenal successes. While Bezos has built an e-commerce giant in Amazon, Musk has recorded significant success in both Tesla and SpaceX. Interestingly, despite being successful, both entrepreneurs have different business styles. The lesson here is that although the principles of success are often the same, there are different routes to get there. There is no one-answer-fits-all solution to business success, and you will have to find your own path. It is, however, worth learning from other successful people, especially if they are in a related field. In this video, we'll explore the different business styles of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Let's get it on. Jeff Bezos founded his Seattle-based online retail store Amazon in 1994 to sell books. Since then, the company has grown to become a giant in the e-commerce space, employing over 840,000 people. Musk, on the other hand, has a number of successful businesses, including Zip2, which he sold for roughly $300 million in 1999. Currently, Musk runs two high-profile companies, Tesla and SpaceX, which seek to revolutionize transportation on Earth and in space. One thing is common to both businessmen, though, and that is their extraordinary visions of what the future holds. In 2019, both men tied for first place on Forbes' ranking of America's most innovative leaders. Beyond this, both men exhibit some interesting paradoxes when their leadership and business styles are compared. 1. Visions and goals. I'd like to start with the most basic, and that is visions and goals. Although both businessmen have rather ambitious goals, they differ greatly in how they express and communicate them. Here's a fun fact. There has been an ongoing rivalry between both founders for more than 15 years. At some point, Musk called out Bezos on Twitter for running what he deemed a monopoly. He has also called the Amazon founder a copycat for his self-driving car interests. Both founders have sparred over their respective space ambitions. In 2013, SpaceX tried to secure exclusive rights of a NASA launch pad. Blue Origin, the space company owned by Bezos, along with United Launch Alliance, filed a formal protest to prevent SpaceX from using the pad. Bezos instead suggested that the pad should be converted into a commercial spaceport for all launch companies. Musk was quite vocal about the protest. He called the move a phony blocking tactic and once again took a jab at Blue Origin. He said, "Blue Origin has not yet succeeded in creating a reliable, suborbital spacecraft, despite spending over 10 years in development. If they do somehow show up in the next 5 years with a vehicle qualified to NASA's human rating standards that can dock with the space station, which is what Pad 39A is meant to do, we will gladly accommodate their needs. Frankly, I think we are more likely to discover unicorns dancing in the flame duct." SpaceX went on to win the right to take over the pad. Although both founders have seized every opportunity to take swipes at each other, Musk has been more vocal. And talking about how they express their visions and goals, Musk has been the braver and more public in voicing his ideas for his business. Bezos, on the other hand, is more reserved. I think there's a reason for this, though. Bezos' style of business takes into account the current needs of customers, while Musk pursues innovative technologies. Take Amazon, for example. There's no need for the company to sell its innovations beforehand. With other e-commerce brands like Alibaba, eBay, and Taobao heavily competing with Amazon, there's the likelihood that an idea could be stolen and implemented if it was announced beforehand. Instead, Bezos focuses on implementing innovation faster than its competitors. On the contrary, since Musk focuses on innovative technologies and often requires human and financial capital to get things started, creating some buzz around his visions is a good way to attract some attention. In addition to the demand by their different industries on how they communicate their visions, personal leadership styles may also have a part to play. When Musk launched SpaceX in 2002, he announced it loudly and boldly, saying that he had a dream to colonize Mars, while estimating the cost for an individual to travel to space. Meanwhile, Bezos had launched Blue Origin without excessive public announcements 2 years earlier. Musk's love for public attention got so bad that in May 2020, the CEO tweeted that the price of Tesla stock was too high. Immediately after his tweet, the company's stock fell by more than 10%. So while Musk is more of a media-seeking entrepreneur, Bezos is on the reserved side. And this brings me to my second point. 2. Customers first versus technology first. While Bezos is more inclined towards a customers first approach, Musk is more of a technology first kind of guy. Bezos' influence has led Amazon to adopt what it calls the working backwards innovative process. In this process, the company takes an obsessive focus on customer needs as its starting point and then works backwards to try and understand the best ways to meet these needs. In contrast, Musk assumes he knows what the customers want before they want it. A former Tesla executive describing Musk said, "I believe Elon adopted the philosophy of Steve Jobs, where he believes he knows where the market is going and he knows better than the customers themselves what they need and what they want." Musk has also said it himself that he works through the first principles. The first principles, which was initially articulated by Aristotle, tries to identify key constraints to achieving a breakthrough in performance and then tests every possible option to eliminate one or more of these constraints. Take Tesla, for example. The key constraint to the success of its electric cars was to reduce the cost and efficiency of batteries. The company, therefore, focuses on tackling these challenges where the need is clear. Another example of this is the Cybertruck, Tesla's attempt to produce a cheaper and more efficient truck. Presently, no one is complaining about the high cost of trucks or that they consume a lot of fuel. Musk has, however, entered into the market and started designing a product to address this need. When you look at it, there's really no best approach here. What works for Bezos might not work for Musk, and what works for Musk might not work in your business. While Bezos works particularly well in a situation that demands a deep understanding of the needs and preferences of customers, Musk performs better when there is a lot of technological uncertainty. 3. Calm versus aggressive approach. By this point, you should already know who the calm one is and who the aggressive one is. Personally, I feel Musk is more ambitious and impatient. When Bezos launched Blue Origin in September 2000, he wrote a Day One letter, just like he did for Amazon. The letter reads, "We're a small team committed to sowing a lasting human presence in space. Blue will patiently pursue this long-term goal step by step. Dividing our work into small but significant increases, we hope to generate as many useful intermediate steps as possible. Each step, even our first and simplest, will be challenging, and each step will lay the technical and organization foundations for the next." Now, here's what Musk wrote at the time of Tesla's launch. "Our goal is to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport by bringing mass electric cars to the market as soon as possible. To achieve this goal, great leaps in technology are needed." Can you spot the difference? While Bezos highlights his team's step-by-step methodology, Musk was quick to say that they will be achieving their goals with big leaps in technology. Talk about the turtle and the hare. 4. Dealing with employees. And now to the last and probably the most important point on this list, dealing with employees. None of these men would have made it this far without a great team. Both leaders have been able to effectively motivate their employees to deliver great results. Jeff Bezos has been touted as the master of meetings. He knows how to get the best out of his employees during meetings. Both CEOs, however, have one thing in common with regards to meetings, and that is the no large meetings rule. Amazon created the two-pizza team rule. This means that during meetings, the number of attendees shouldn't be larger than what 2 pizza boxes can feed. According to both founders, the larger the team, the greater the number of opinions, and the harder it is to make a decision. Bezos, however, waits until everyone has spoken in a meeting before he speaks. He prefers to listen to what others have to say without influencing them by giving his opinion. He is also more willing to let people manage an idea even if he doesn't agree with them. According to him, within a large company, you need to have more paths. I made billions of dollars on the failures of Amazon.com. Musk, on the contrary, believes in the thought of the first principle. Before you get him to agree with an idea, you will have to prove it through logic and analysis of the first principles. As solid as these rules are, sometimes they don't work. Musk exhibits a more rigidly based approach, which translates into demanding goals from employees. In conclusion, while adopting different leadership styles, both Bezos and Musk have been able to successfully launch multiple innovations. Their successes through different and rather opposite business styles show that there's no predictable formula guiding innovative leadership. While Bezos has innovated through small yet incremental guided steps, Musk has adopted what could be termed a high-risk approach. Bezos' approach builds its reputation from innovating slowly through experiments and data-based performance. Musk, on the other hand, is fond of great affirmations and great visions aimed at attracting human and financial resources. Who do you think has the better leadership style? Let us know in the comments section below.